Hey guys, I'm Fantasia. Welcome to my channel, Sewing with Tay. Today we are making a video about 3D printing earrings. I have my 3D printer for a while now, and I have been wanting to do more things with it. I've mostly been buying pre-bought files or using free files that came on the software. I have a very small Toybox 3D printer. The Toybox platform comes with free downloads, etc. in their makerspace, so that's usually what I do. But I've been wanting to try some of my own things, so today I am testing out printing some earrings of my logo to try. So if any of that is your cup of tea, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you know when I'm making new videos. So I am going to try to walk you through the process of me making these 3D printed earrings. There was a lot of trial and error here, and it took me a while, and I got there eventually. Will I do this again? Probably, to get a better outcome, but for the gist of it, I kind of figured it out. So we'll go through it together. I did some screen recording on my computer, so most of this video will be a voiceover, but if you have questions, please leave them in the comments and I'll try to respond. But let's hop right into making my earrings. Alright, I'm using Adobe Illustrator. I have a circle here, I have my Aya emblem from my logo, and I have a little white dot here, and I'm going to put that at the top for my earring findings. The goal here is I want to make sure that my logo is touching the top and the bottom of my circle so that everything is one piece. I'm going to save this as a PNG versus a JPEG. So this is the Toybox, the creator space. It comes with the software. You need to make sure you log in. I didn't log in before I do this, so you'll see me pause and do that. But you'll hit create and click picture. Once you do that, it'll make sure that you're logged in, and your picture will look like this if you saved it as a PNG. And then when you hit that, you get this little pop-up here for properties, and here you can play with how tall it is, how wide it is, how overall big it is. You can't go bigger than the printing area. This machine is a Toybox, so it has a very small printing area, and if you go out of the printing area, you'll get that yellow and gray stripe. But you're able to move this around however you think is necessary. So I was trying to center it, but this is what it will look like. This is how tall it will be. It is in millimeters. And then once you get it to the size that you want it to be, you're going to hit create at the top. It's going to load, and then it's going to take a while to warm up and kind of get its mind together. It's going to like Bluetooth this over to your actual machine, so it doesn't have to be connected like with wires or anything. So it says right here that it's going to take about 29 minutes to print this. This is what it looks like getting started. There's a little rubber mat that's in there, and that's what it prints on top of, and we'll see how it comes out. This right here was my first print, and I usually see like this kind of messy, if you can see that, like messy like 3D printing when it's not properly adhered to the mat. This here is my mat that goes inside of my 3D printer, and the trick that I learned to make sure that when this is on here that it's not shifting like around, because that's usually what happens, like it shifts in the printing process, and then you get these like strings that are not in the right place. If you take this and wipe it with hand sanitizer, it makes it a little tacky, helps it stay on. I did do that for this one, but maybe I didn't do a good job, so I am going to reprint them with a little bit of an update. I noticed that I had made like a little hole there, which is for the earring post, but I realized on my file this is just a circle, and while it seems like the other negative parts of the print came out hollow, that section did not, because the background for these sections was transparent and the background for that circle was white. So I'm going to go back into Adobe Illustrator and make that hole transparent through the background. So I'm going to actually cut it out of this border so that it will actually make the hole for my earring post. The first thing I notice about my file is that my circle is just a line and it needs to be a shape that you can feel. So if you click your circle and it's just a line in the middle, you need it to have a line at the top and bottom. So we're going to go object, we're going to go path, and we're going to do outline stroke. So now you see that there's a line at the top and bottom. So we're going to click the shape, and then we're going to click our white dot, our white circle. We're going to click them both together, have them both selected. We are going to go object, and we're going to go compound path, and then we're going to hit make. So now that section does not have a fill, it's just showing the white background. We're going to save this again as a PNG, and if you check it out on your little preview, you can see that there's transparency in that little circle. I uploaded it back into the Toybox. Make sure that you're naming your files different things because I mistakenly clicked the wrong file. So now I'm uploading it again. I'm affecting the dimensions. And then it hits me at this point like, let's see if I can print both earrings at the same time so I don't have to wait 30 minutes per earring. So I made them a little bit smaller. In hindsight, they could have been a little bit bigger, but I wanted to see if I could get this done. So I just copied and pasted. And when I did the paste, it printed it into the same 3D print, the 3D field. And you just need to make sure that they are both inside the area. It won't let you print if your design is outside of the area. So I put them both in there. I gave it a once around to make sure they were good. They probably could have been just a little bit bigger, but for the purposes of this example, it works. We're going to hit create again. It's going to load. The machine does have to warm up again, so it took like a couple minutes or so to get it going. And then once it's printed and it's connected, it's like beam me up, I think is what it says. Once it beams over to the machine, then it will start printing. You can track the time on this page, which is a browser. Or if you have an iPad, you can also track it on the iPad. There's also an app for your phone, your cellular devices. You can also track it there. So you'll see now next to the Toybox on the left hand side of the screen, you'll see a little timer there that tells you how much time it's going to take to print your project. Alright, so now my printing is done, and you can see here why I said it could be a little bit bigger. I took my mat out the machine, and I'm just going to pull these off and pull off this extra like grounding thing that's around it. But this is what they look like, and I'm pretty happy with them. They're a little small, but it's what they look like. The hole for the buttons is a little small, but hopefully it is enough to get the earring findings through. So this part was hard. I thought this would be a little easier than what it was, but I found these earring findings at the dollar store, and I already had these mini pliers from a different project. It wasn't as easy to put these on, but I think it's just because I've never done this before. Okay, making earrings was a lot harder than I thought. These came out smaller than I wanted them to be, and putting on the earring findings was not as easy as I thought it was going to be. But here are my 3D printed T.A.E earrings. I think they're super cute, and I've seen some 3D filament that's gold. You can buy it in gold, so I might get some gold filaments so that I can make them in gold tones. But yeah, thanks for watching me try to figure out how to make earrings. Stay tuned for my next video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell. But until next time, y'all, bye!